Hello guys, I've been trying to do some videos about some hints that you've asked me about how to retreat, example with the Russian tank or USSR tank, and today I've decided to show you why the M1A2 and out of family of those tanks and even the Leopards uh, are really bad tanks actually, because nobody's saying this, because I know that you don't know it probably, but I've got some people referring me some information in regards of platforms and stuff like that. I'm coming from the world of tanks, and trust me, they're advertising always the tech tree that's less played in order for you to play it, because they want all the tech trees to be played at the same time, in the same way with the same percentage and stuff like that, which is not happening. Because example, in War Thunder, the Italian tech tree, the Japan tech tree, the Israeli tech tree, they are really played from not many people, and they're trying to push you in any possible way to play those tech trees, because this is how it works, because that's why they've made them actually, for you to play them. But if you don't like them because they're pain in the butthole, that's not your bad. So in this case, I've decided to show you why these tanks are actually really bad. It's having good sable, it's having good air armor, it's having everything, but it's having something that's really annoying the something of me. You got it? So this one is the M1A2 SEP, and I will show you something that probably you never ever tried to understand, or you have ever noticed, because why you should notice that, right? So I'm going to test drive them and show you why they are so bad, and why these tanks are not good to be played in urban environment. Okay, so we are going. This tank is having pretty good sable. You can shoot anything that you want, it is good, right? But there is something that you don't know about, because you probably never ever had that situation. But what is a tank that can't shoot at 360 degrees, I would ask? Okay, we're here, we can shoot him, right? But there is a big but for these tanks. Look, you are flanked and this guy is coming behind you. You see? You can't get down your cannon. You see? This tank, you need to have this direction in order to be able to shoot, because the cannon and the engine bay is basically taller than your turret, and in this case you can't turn your cannon and shoot down the enemy, because look at how many degrees the cannon stays. And if you want to shoot the enemy, look where the aim is going. You can't do that. This is happening with the Leopard, this is happening with the Abrams. You want to shoot it, you have to be at this degree here. Now you can shoot it. But in this case, if you have to shoot somebody that's staying on your butt, look where it goes. Somewhere there. Look, over there. Right? Because you can shoot if the enemy is behind you. So what's the point of having this tank in urban environment, right? And this is the Abrams. Let's say the 2A6 PSO or 2A6, it doesn't really matter. They are all the same architecture, so it's not going to change anything. You see the engine bay is taller, you can't shoot. You see engine bay taller, you can't shoot right behind you. You see this, you can't shoot behind you. Look here, the T80 and T90. They're made exactly for that reason, to be able to shoot at 360 degrees. It doesn't matter what happens. That's why you are saying, oh, they're Russian bias and stuff like that. Russian bias is just a terminology that does not exist and never existed, and I will explain you now in this video why. they are not biases as they're selling them for. This thing is bias just because, look, probably you don't have it in your inventory, but I will show you why this tank is called bias. First of all, the penetration of the cannon is 580 millimeters for 10 meters, which is really not that great. The turret traverse, not that great either, but you know, you go here, you have enemy in front of you, the tank is agile, you see what happens with these sables, they are not that great as they're saying. You see, you want to shoot it because the enemy is behind you, you shoot in 360 degrees angles, wherever you want, right? But it is bias, not because the tank is special, but it's because it's smaller. It's much smaller than other NATO tanks versions. Look, this is M60 probably. Look how tall the M60 is, and look how tall the T80 BVM is. It is like one turret higher than M60, and look at them. Look, I will put it right in front of it to see, to show you what it is. You see? Look at how tall they are. You see? Look at this. Look the difference between the length and the tank itself. Of course, you will have troubles to shoot a T80 BVM from long distances, because the T80 BVM is much smaller, is much agile, is accelerating really fast. If you watch my previous video about how to drive a tank, this is how you drive it. You don't street, unless it's not very necessary to do that. And the tank is just accelerating all the time. But if you try to continuously street, you see the speed. Yeah, this is what is happening. You see, this is the sable of the T80 BVM. At your opinion, is it that good? Not being able to kill Leopard A1A1? Really? And now, okay, T80 BVM myth busted. M1A1 myth busted. Let's see what about the... Yeah, this one is new. You'll say, yeah, it's having a lot of armor, that's why you can't shoot backwards, blah 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 blah. I know about this. So let's do it with the 2A6, which is tank that you have seen from a while now. I'm going to do it right away because I don't want to go over there and lose time and something like that. Okay, look how tall the cannon goes. Why? Because the engine bay is too high. You have to go on something like this, some point like this. Now you can shoot, you know, in some points like this where your back side of the tank is on lower position, so we can shoot. But let's say I'm going over there on the street, because in that way you can say that I'm cheating, you know. Here the tank is straight, right? It's on the street. I want to shoot that guy behind. You can't shoot it. Look, you can't. The cannon is just going upwards because it's not made to shoot backwards. Imagine a situation in the city where you have tank coming into your back. You have basically, in order, look, giving you the stupid example why you shouldn't be playing with these tanks in city maps. Or anyway, you are here straight, you see a tank behind you, you have to rotate the entire hull in order to shoot to that guy. Look at what degree the cannon is going upwards. Look. Are you sure that the Western, how they are called, tanks are better than the others? Look, the Chinese tanks shooting at 360 degrees. Japanese tanks, I don't know. Swedish tanks are not shooting at 360 degrees, but we have another competitor here that is shooting really good at 360 degrees. And these are hints and myths that nobody is talking about in the War Thunder community. Look at this. This is the Merkava, right? This is tank made to fight in urban environments. Doesn't matter which Merkava you are going to take to play, it doesn't matter. This thing shoots at 360 degrees with no any issue. It's shooting perfectly fine in any single direction. It doesn't matter where, how, and it's having something that no other tank is having apart the TAM, the German TAM, which is, look at the reverse speed, guys. Look at the reverse speed of this tank. You can hate Israel, but this is a game and you should enjoy it for what it is. You have Merkava. Look at the speed going backwards. 64 kilometers per hour backward speed. You can do anything, whatever you want. You can retrieve in any possible way with this tank. Look. It doesn't really matter if you go forwards or backwards, it's the same thing. Because the Merkava is just going at the same speed in any possible direction, you know. Did you know that? I don't think so. The Sabos, very good. You can go in any possible way at 60 kilometers per hour, 64. You can shoot in any possible direction while going backwards or forward. It doesn't really matter. This thing is like an UFO for the tanks. That's why I love it. And the Sabo is so good that you don't really need to aim that much, you know. You just go forward, backwards, whoever you want, you know. Did you know it? Nobody is playing with these tanks though. And the last tank that I thought that you would love to see is the Challenger DS. It's the only, actually it is the only tank that I have with this tier. This is the highest tier from English tank, British tank that I have. I don't know if it can shoot backwards, but it's really good and I love it. But no, the Challenger 2DS is the same thing. Look, nope, no way to shoot backwards. No way to shoot backwards. Yep. So the Western tanks are very good, but you can't shoot the enemies if they're staying right behind you. Do you like them? Now? Well, I tell you, I died a lot of times in a battles because I had my enemy right behind me. And when you turn your turret back, what happens? What happens? Oh my god. Oh, yeah. I can shoot some heli though. And yeah, this is one of the hints that I wanted to mention because nobody is talking about it, because they're all good guys, Gaijin promotion guys, something that I'm not, and partners with Gaijin and stuff like that. That's why they're telling you this tank is great, this tank is good, this tank is this good tank is that. But the thing is that I'm not sure that these tanks are really what they are selling them for, because if they were, I wouldn't be doing this video, right? And I have nothing to hide, you know. I am not their partner. I want to tell you to play with tanks that you are really feeling comfortable with. But if you turn off your engine and you're in the city waiting for the enemy and the enemy is right behind you, you can shoot some heli or some UFO passing by. So good luck. And actually today is for this one, and see you in the next one. I'll find some other thing to show you that I don't really like, but it's going to be something that I have to really handle first and be sure that I don't like, and that's a problem. And for the new players, just don't choose these nations, because if you want tank that shoots at 360 degrees, for sure I can speak about the Chinese and the Russian Tech 3 or USSR Tech 3. Nothing else. The other tanks in the city maps are just trash. And trust me, they are trash. I'm telling you, I have 2000 hours of this game played. I'm not joking. So don't do that. And see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching.